We made it, y'all. We're at the weigh-in. Canelo, Charlo, weigh-in. Here we go. It's about to go down. And we got something going on, y'all. It's something what's happening, man. We out here in the heat. We're doing it for y'all, but I ain't gonna front. I'm a little stuff. I'm doing it for myself. I just enjoy this so much. Right now, we got a camera. I don't know why. You don't know why. We got a camera facing Dwayne. Our producer is up in the parking garage. All the equipment hooked up there. Now we're sprinkling it like ants. We're in a crowd like ants right now.
And no one noticed.
Yeah. Hey, here's a cool thing. We can look at our phones and see what it look like. You know what I mean? I didn't even think about that. You can't hear me. I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Oh, you can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you.
I just didn't say nothing. I did
hang up. That's the bottom line. Don't hang up.
What if I get a phone call?
You gotta ignore them. Right now, you gotta ignore your mama. You gotta ignore baby mama. You gotta ignore baby mama.
What about my baby mama?
You gotta ignore her too. Yeah.
No, it happened.
How's the week been for you, Antt? How's the week been for you? How has the week of Canelo Charlo been for you?
I'm gonna say, because the energy is cool, but it wasn't the energy of Spence Crawford, which is different. But there's definitely a lot of people Canelo brings them out. They showed up. Charlo's been very quiet this week, so hopefully gives a little more energy here. I expect more. That's unnormal.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not Charlo, it's not Parker Spence. You know what I mean? Parker Spence we talked about for years. You know what I mean? And that moment when it finally came to us, it was like opening up a treasure. You know what I mean? So you just have to take this for what it is, but also understand that Charlo is a live dog. So I got him 30%. I mean, it's interesting, but it's dead. You know what I mean? So you gotta, when you imagine the energy around here, it's based on a lot of the boxing fans and supporters of boxing. This ain't the fight that they expect. Nonetheless, we're here. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you gotta take it for what it is. You know?
Yeah, because last fight
I made it a good week. You know what I mean? We got a great barbershop episode coming to y'all later, 5 o'clock. Okay. All-Stars. You know what I mean?
Did you invite anybody?
Did I invite anybody? Was that my job?
That's always your job.
I'm supposed to invite people. I invited you.
I was there. First to be there. What's your boy doing?
And we got paintball.
What's your boy doing?
We got paintball Saturday. You get shots. I don't even front like you ain't coming out. Yeah, you 100% gonna make the paintball. I'll be over in it. You said you was gonna do it before. I thought your funeral was at night.
Who funeral was at night?
Why not?
Okay, we're gonna have your funeral at night. That funeral's
dead. You know?
Because I got things to do today.
I was my best that night. You know what I mean?
He's a proud supporter of the Dark Soul this week. Shawn Porter.
My name is watered down. You can't even say Shawn Porter there. I'm everywhere. I'm watered down. I did when I talk. I'm mute. When I'm done talking, I'm mute.
No, that's
We got walkie-talkie situation going on there.
you talking. Hollywood. He said
Canelo versus Charlo. The event is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's the ultimate one-stop shop for all your automotive supplies. Everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. And VMC Tequila Cocktails. El Origen ante todo. Celsius, Live Fit, Essential Energy. From Jalisco, Mexico, the champion of all tequilas, Híjole Tequila. And brought to you by The Exorcist Believer, only in theaters today. The Showtime pay-per-view begins 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. Before we get to that, though, we have our Showtime pay-per-view countdown show, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. Now, let's meet our fighters. 8 rounds in the middleweight division, introducing first with 23 victories, 13 by knockout, opposite of 8 defeats and 1. And now introducing his opponent with representing Cleveland, Ohio. He is a 2012 U.S. Olympian. Here is Gash. All right, first fighter to step onto the scale once again out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Here is Keandre. 162.4, 162.4 for Leatherwood. Next to step onto the scale, his opponent once again, the U.S. Olympian Gash. 162.4, 162.4 for Gash. This is one of 3 fights on the Showtime pay-per-view countdown show tomorrow. 8 rounds in the middleweight division. Keandre Leatherwood against Gash. And now we will head to our light heavyweight division. Introducing first with a record of 28 victories, 22 coming by way of KO, opposite of 4 defeats, representing Moca Juba, Brazil, here is Isaac Rodriguez. He is a former light heavyweight champion, Alexander "The Nail" Voidsted. First fighter to step onto the scale. Please welcome, once again, from Brazil, Isaac Rodriguez. $183.2 for Rodriguez. Alexander "The Nail" Voidsted. 74.3 for The Nail. Eight rounds in the light heavyweight division. Isaac Rodriguez against Alexander "The Nail" Voidsted. And now we head to 10 rounds in our heavyweight division. Introducing first with 17 victories, 9 wins by knockout, opposite of 5 defeats and 2 draws. California, here is Scott "The One" Alexander. And now let's welcome his opponent. He is undefeated, 22 victories, 15 by knockout. He's representing Miami, Florida by way of Cuba. He is the number 4 WBC heavyweight, Frank "The Cuban Flesh" Sanchez. And now first up onto the scale, once again, Scott "The One" Alexander. $217.8 for Alexander. And now we welcome his opponent, the hard-hitting top heavyweight contender, Frank "The Cuban Flesh" Sanchez. $241.6 for the Cuban Flesh Sanchez. Once again, this is 10 rounds for the WBC Intercontinental Heavyweight title. Scott "The One" Alexander taking on Frank "The Cuban Flesh" Sanchez. Of the Showtime pay-per-view countdown show beginning 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. Pacific from T-Mobile Arena on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. And now let's turn things over to Showtime's own, the Boxing Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, indeed a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the pay-per-view portion of our official weigh-in for our big night of action taking place tomorrow night right next door at the T-Mobile Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, as Canelo Promotions presents a premier boxing champions pay-per-view attraction brought to you by Canelo Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime pay-per-view. Well, fans, our opening attraction, we're ready to bring them to the scale and to the stage at this time. It is sponsored by Jalisco, Mexico, the champion of all tequilas, Híjole Tequila. All right, fans, let's bring out our fighters to the go. He's the WBA number 9 ranked middleweight in the world. Please welcome Armando Toro Resendiz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from Whitman, Arizona, he's the WBC number 6 middleweight world contender, the young middle. Fans, let's bring our fighters to the scale at this time. Middleweight way of knockout. Please welcome the world-ranked middleweight contender, Armando Toro Resendiz. Armando Resendiz weighs in at 159.5 pounds. 159.5. And now we invite the opponent to the scale with a record of 15 wins, no losses. 12 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the young undefeated southpaw middleweight world contender, Elijah Garcia. Elijah Garcia weighs in the same as his opponent, 159.5 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Elijah Garcia, Armando Toro Resendiz opens up our pay-per-view event. 10 rounds of boxing at a middleweight special attraction. Once again, we're pay-per-view. Opening fight on our pay-per-view attraction starts at 5 p.m. local Pacific time, 8 p.m. in the East. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to handle our interview, please welcome to the microphone the respected combat sports broadcaster, Brian Campbell.
Thank you, Jimmy. Here with Armando Resendiz. Martin Bater will do the translating. Armando, the last time we saw you, you upset and knocked out former unified champion Jarrett Hurd. What should we expect from you Saturday night?
Armando, la última vez que te vimos no solo le ganaste, sino que noqueaste a un campeón unificado como Jarrett Hurd. ¿Qué podemos esperar de vos este sábado por la noche?
Bueno, la mejor versión del Toro Resendiz. Vengo bien preparado, como siempre. Yo me preparo al máximo y cada vez damos más en el entrenamiento. Y pues estamos muy contentos por estar aquí en esta gran cartelera.
You can expect the best version of the Toro Resendiz. I train really hard, and I'm really excited to be out there Saturday night for all of you out here.
Thank you. Best of luck to you, Armando. Just 20 years old, Elijah Garcia. You've already accomplished a lot in this boxing game. What are the emotions, though, stepping up here, the pay-per-view level against a tough opponent on Saturday?
I've been here before my last fight, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. I'm blessed, and I'm ready to, put a show on for the fans. I'm excited.
What type of statement should we expect from you?
None. Armando Rendis, real tough opponent. I just want to prove that I'm on another level, and I'm ready to, with the world title.
Best of luck to you, Elijah.
Yeah, I'm going to welcome them. I'm going to set it up. Sure. Okay. All right, fans, here we go from the Toshiba Plaza here in the shadows of the T-Mobile Arena, the site of tomorrow night's boxing spectacle. We continue with a weigh-in with an interim world title attraction. It is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all of your automatic supplies. Everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. And by VMC Tequila Cocktails. El Origen ante todos. And by The Exorcist Believer, only in theaters this Friday. All right, fans, here we go. This bout is for the interim WBC welterweight world title. Please welcome to the stage, first, from the beautiful city of San Antonio, Texas, the former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, fighting out of Miami by way of Santiago de Cuba. He's the former WBA welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome 54 Milagros, Yordenis Ugas. And it looks like our fighters are ready to step onto the scale at this time. The weight limit on this fight is a very strict 147 pounds. It's for the WBC interim welterweight world title. First to the scale with a record of 27 wins, 2 losses with 18 knockouts. The former world champion, the current WBC number 4 welterweight in the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios. 146 3/4 pounds, 146 3/4 pounds for Mario Barrios. And now his opponent to the scale at this time, his record 27 wins, 5 world champion, and the current WBC number 6 4 Milagros, Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas weighs in right at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBC Interim Welterweight World Championship. Rendis Ugas versus Mario Barrios. Once again, to handle the interview process, my pleasure to introduce once again Brian Campbell.
El Azteca, Mario Barrios. This crowd knows what you're about. No stranger to the pay-per-view level, no stranger to bringing it against the best in the world. What's different about this fight for you?
Nothing, you know. I'm bringing that same energy come Saturday. You know, I'm gonna give it everything, you know, to make sure I take that belt home back to San Antonio. You know, man, I'm pumped.
You know Ugas is no slouch. What are you looking to prove Saturday night?
I'm looking to prove, you know, everything, you know, to the welterweight division, you know, just everybody, you know, make my presence known.
El Azteca back in the building. Best of luck to you Saturday night.
Thank you. Puro sangre mexicano.
Rendis Ugas, once again, Martin Bachter to translate. We haven't seen you in almost 16 months since the Errol Spence fight. The healing is finalized. What should we expect from Ugas on Saturday?
No te vemos pelear desde 16 meses, de que peleaste con Spence. Ya está sano. ¿Qué podemos esperar de Rendis Ugas este sábado?
Bueno, voy a dar lo mejor de mí. Ya sanamos todas las heridas. Estamos listos ahora para darle una gran pelea, especialmente a todos los fans.
All wounds are healed. You can expect the best of me, and I'm here. I'm ready to give a great fight to all of you. ¿Qué tipo de We are two fighters that like to go at it. It's going to be the best fight that you're going to love.
Best of luck to you, Dennis.
Our co-main event of the evening. Super welterweight King Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Celsius, Lift It, Essential Energy, and from Jalisco, Mexico, the champion of all tequilas, Tequila. Please welcome to the stage our co-main event of the evening. First, from Orlando, Florida. He's the former world title challenger, the current world rank contender. Please welcome the Hammer, Erickson Luben. Ryan, hang on. And now his opponent joining us from Casa Grande, Arizona. Here's the young undefeated world rank contender, Jesus Mono Ramos Jr. The weight limit on this fight is a very strict 154 pounds. It is for the dual championship. The WBC Diamond at 153.5 pounds, 153.5. And his opponent with a record of 20 wins and no losses. With 16 of his wins coming by way of knockout, he is the undefeated Southpaw world rank contender. Please welcome Jesus Mono Ramos Jr. Mono Ramos weighs in at 153.5. This is our co-main event of the evening. You do not want to miss this action. 12 rounds for the WBA Super Welterweight World Title Eliminator and WBC Diamond Belt. Jesus Mono Ramos versus Erickson the Hammer Luben. Once again, re-handed over to Brian Campbell. Brian, take it away.
Thank you, Jimmy. Here with the Hammer, Erickson Luben. You've been a part of great action fights before. The fans, they're expecting fireworks on Saturday. Is that the type of fight you want?
Absolutely. You know, we drew up a game plan. We ready to go. You know, Jesus Ramos is a good young fighter, and we're ready to take care of business come tomorrow night.
You've been a part of big fights before. You always chase the best. How do you beat Jesus Ramos tomorrow?
We got the game plan drawn up, but I will come out victorious. Hammer time.
Thank you so much. Best of luck. And here he is, Jesus Ramos Jr. You heard the pop from the crowd. They are big fans. What do you plan on delivering to your fans Saturday night?
Gracias, mi gente. Estamos listos con mañana. Gracias. We're ready, man. We're ready for tomorrow. We're going to put on a great show. It's a great fight, a great card, and a great event, man. We're ready.
I don't need to tell you how big you're looked at as a prospect for this division and a future star. How tough of a matchup, though, is Erickson Luben?
Very tough. But like I said, we're ready and excited for this fight tomorrow. Y arriba México, así es.
Best of luck. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to bring out our fighters for the main event of the evening, undisputed versus undisputed. It's time for Canelo versus Charlo. Ladies and gentlemen, from the wall-to-wall sea of people here in Toshiba Plaza in Las Vegas, Nevada, Canelo Promotions presents the Premier Boxing Champions pay-per-view main event, brought to you by Canelo Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime pay-per-view, sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all of your automotive supplies, everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. By VMC Tequila Cocktails, El Origen Ante Todo, and The Exorcist Believer, only in theaters on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring our fighters to the stage at this time for the main event of the evening, undisputed versus undisputed. First, I present the challenger from Houston, Texas. One of boxing's exciting world champion twins. Here is the two-time world champion and the current undisputed 154-pound champion of the world, Jermell Iron Man Charlo. He is the 4-division world champion, the one and only undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Is the one and only Saul Canelo Alvarez. All right, fans, here we go. We're ready to bring our fighters to the scale at this time. The weight limit on this fight is 168 pounds even. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. First, the challenger with a record of 35 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He has 19 wins. The acclaimed, the undisputed 154-pound champion of the world, Jermell Iron Man Charlo. Jermell Charlo weighs in at 167 and 1/2 pounds. 167 and 1/2 pounds for the challenger. The defending world champion, 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. He will be making his 24th world title appearance. Please welcome the superstar of boxing, el orgulloso guerrero de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saúl Canelo. The fight is on. Undisputed world champion versus undisputed world champion for the super middleweight at undisputed champion man Charlo. Campbell, take it away. First interviewing Jermell Charlo.
The undisputed king at 154 pounds. You were just able to look deep into the eyes of Canelo Alvarez. What did you see?
Hey, it's time to fight. Let's get ready. We're bringing this shit to Las Vegas. Lions only. That's what we do.
Jermell, you've been calm, cool, collected throughout this build.
Well, how they hype them up. They got it popping in here. I love it. I enjoy it. I do this for us, baby. I do this for that culture that they talk about. I do this for the culture that they hate on. Hey, it's time. I'm a bad motherfucker.
One more. You can hear this is Canelo territory. What are they going to be saying about Jermell Charlo Sunday morning?
Hey, Lil Charlo, a bad motherfucker. Yes, sir.
The Mexican icon, the king of kings at 168 pounds, Canelo Alvarez. You've been here so many times. What's special about this matchup, this day, this...
Por su apoyo. Significa mucho para mí tenerlos a todos ustedes aquí. Es una gran motivación y el sábado van a ver algo impresionante.
It means a lot to me to be here with all of you. It's truly something unbelievable.
And we wanted to see what he looks like at 168 pounds. Do you expect the size difference to play a factor on Saturday?
No, I think it's going to be a great fight. You know, the size factor is no matter here. I did that before and I feel good. So it's going to be a great fight. And I'm ready for everything.
Well, I asked Jermell what he saw when he looked into your eyes. What did you see looking at the lion that's ready to be unleashed?
You know, you never...
The Canelo, Bill, your fans are here. Any final message before Saturday?
Ya, gracias a todos. Nos vemos el sábado para una gran pelea. BMC, viva México, cabrones, eso significa BMC. Vayan y agarren que yo invito. Yo invito para todos ustedes.
BMC on me for everybody, and thank you for your support. I thank you all for coming here, and I'm waiting for all of you on Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Saul. Good luck to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Canelo Promotions, Premier Boxing Champions, TGB Promotions, Showtime Pay-Per-View, we thank you very much for your attendance here this afternoon. Do not miss this afternoon, everybody.